I got to say something. You know, my favorite movie ever, and I don't know, maybe Scottish people don't like this movie, but my favorite movie ever is Braveheart. And
I knew you were going to say
I
that.
figured, you know, and I can, when I hear your accent coming out, it makes me think of that movie. And I just love it because it's about freedom. That's what it's about. And
Yes.
I think I've
I,
shared many little trailers or little short segments of that during this pandemic, because we have to stand up and fight. And I see you as a modern day William Wallace without a sword. I mean, seriously.
well, I take the compliment as a huge compliment.
Good.
The the film Braveheart is a wonderful film for the message of freedom, justice, the right to be a free man.
Right?
As a Scotsman, the problem I have with it is that it's historically it's all over the place. You
Yeah,
know,
I've heard that.
it, there's elements of it that just couldn't possibly have happened.
Yeah,
You know, because there was too many years passed in between. But it's a great movie.
yeah.
I do Twitter Spaces now and again. Sometimes I do speeches and I talk and things like that. And I was on one with a crowd of people from America, and all they wanted me to do was recite the Braveheart speech from William Wallace. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've still got a talent. I'm not sure what it is though.
Well, you know, my favorite part of that one is run and you might live for a while. I mean, and that's true. Eventually you have to fight, because if you don't,
Yes.
and that's why when I speak up for myself, it's not just about my self-interest. I mean, because I want everybody to have an individual choice for their medical freedom and freedom in general. So it's not just about me, it's about you, it's about everybody else. I believe in individual liberty. And
Yeah.
so if we don't fight for it now, then we'll never have it.
I do believe that if I look at my journey over the last 22 months and what the kind of space it's kind of moved at to a certain extent, from I want to say September when Safe and Effective came out, since then to now, the the, the dam is busting. And it's not just busting in one place, it's busting all over the world. How long can they sweep people and hide them
Right.
when there's thousands of you? I said it on Saturday, and I do want to apologise publicly for the words that I used, because it didn't come out the way I meant it. You know, I said there's an army coming from them. Unfortunately, it's an army of the walking dead. And I represent, and I believe, and I do take it personally, that I'm representing the deaths of so many people. And I didn't mean that comment in that way. It's only now looking back that I go, but I never write anything down. Nothing's ever prepared in advance, anything I ever do, because I want it to be exactly what it is, coming from the heart.
Exactly.
I'm just an ordinary working class guy. I've got no skills for this. The nearest I got to this was playing in a band for a couple of years.
Right. So as we wind this podcast up, Alex, what do you have a passion for?
I'm an old mod, so I'm into old 60s music, old classic Italian scooters, Vespas, three-piece suits, shirts, ties, collars,
Wow.
all the full trimmings. Yeah, I've been at one of them since I was about 17. And I've still got a scooter. I sold the one that I'm on the picture on that you showed, because I thought my scooting days were over, sadly. And I broke my heart, because that was the scooter I would have bought when I was 16.
Wow.
And I finally got one and rebuilt her myself. I did all the work on that scooter. And I realised 2 days after I'd done the wrong thing. Now, cut a long story short, I basically blackmailed one of my best friends, and I've now got a 50-year-old scooter. And yeah, she's been fully restored.
Right.
She's absolutely stunning. If you want, I'll send you a picture of her.
I'd love to.
She's very sexy. So yeah, that was my passion. Music has always been my passion. Music, Motown, I suppose you would call it. We call it Northern Soul, which is Motown songs not sung by the original artist, or
Yeah.
sung by an original artist that someone else has done, made a song out of. It's not been released. flows, my scooters. That was always my passion. But that life's gone because I'm not known as Alec the Mod anymore. I'm known as Vit. And that is something that's taking time to try and adjust to, because you lose your identity, not just the fact that you've lost a limb and you lose your identity as a human being that way, but your identity of yourself, the other public people. So people that know me always knew Alex Ahmad. Now it's Alec Vit, Alec the guy with one leg, or the guy that lost his leg to the vaccine. I don't fancy writing all those letters down. I'd rather narrow it down just to just Alex again.
Right. I can see.
But as I say, this is way bigger than me. This is about justice.
Absolutely.
And what's right.
Yeah. Well, thank you for fighting the fight, Alex. And if anybody wants to get a hold of you, Twitter is the best way. Just look you up, Alex Mitchell, correct?
Yeah, or AKE 2306.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And you've helped us realize our goal today on this podcast, which is to educate and empower individuals to take charge of their own health. So I really appreciate it, Alex.
I'm going to finish in one thing then, since it's on health. I'm going to say something to everyone. And this is something I said to myself on the 4th of April. You don't know how strong you are till it's all you've got. Every one of us. I'm not a special human being. I'm no different from anyone else on this planet. We all have this thing inside us. All you need to do is find it and believe in it, and it will drive you. And when you find it, you fear nothing. And that's the best feeling in the world. Thank you,
that sounds like William Wallace right there. That was great. Thank you for that.
Thank you.